Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Lagged Out Podcast, episode 55. Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard and takes over the world edition. And there's Franklin. I was waiting for it. Welcome back to the episode, though, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to last week. And Joe, how you doing?
Hello, I am doing good. How are you, sir?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm afraid Bill Gates.
I talk like that. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm afraid Bill Gates is gonna make me do something weird to play Call of Duty next year, but I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I'm doing pretty good. But
yeah, you actually need to install Windows 11 in order to play the new COD.
Is there even a Windows 11?
There is actually. I hear it is terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to do that at all.
So yeah, I'll just stick with 10. I'd like to stay with 8, but I'm not really able to anymore. So
okay, well, I personally don't even know what Windows I have. I think I have Windows 10.
You probably have Windows 10.
Okay,
it's like
that's
the default.
Good. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, I just want to say this too before we started. We hit 500 downloads on our podcast last year, not including YouTube, and that's a pretty good feat. Since we didn't actually upload for over like 7 or 8 months of the year, so I'm pretty proud of that. So that was pretty cool. But I just want to let everyone know about that before we get into it. But obviously, today the main topic of the podcast is talking about the news that dropped yesterday. Yesterday. I woke up to it. Actually, Machine, shout out to Machine, sent me I woke up to his text message, and it was that article. Honestly, I was kind of just really blown away. But I was gonna ask you first. When you heard the news, were you surprised? Were you like, what the heck? Or did you not care at all?
Okay.
I feel like here's the thing. I feel like you didn't care at all.
Okay.
But I also want to see if you were surprised. Oh my gosh.
Didn't care at all. I guess I was surprised in the sense that I don't pay attention to business things like that. So I'm just like, oh, Microsoft owns Blizzard now. Okay, cool. I guess whatever. But literally, I don't care. Activision and Blizzard games, the last Blizzard game I played was in 2019 when Warcraft 3 Reforged came out. I think it's called Reforged. Reforged, because Reignited is Spyro. Anyways,
I forgot they were Activision. Holy crap! I forgot that was Activision.
Activision owns Blizzards, but then Microsoft bought Activision.
But I forgot Spyro was Activision, an Activision game, right? I forgot about that.
Yeah. So technically, Microsoft now owns Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, and Banjo-Kazooie.
That's crazy because it's on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, the Reignited trilogy for Spyro came out on PC as well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was on Steam. That's how I got it. But yeah, so maybe now they'll release for Xbox or something. Who knows? But yeah, so Blizzard, not really a big fan of their games usually. Diablo, I played it. I played Diablo 3 with Adam a little bit. It was fun for a week and then kind of just died off. Overwatch, I liked the beta, and then that was about it. I still bought the game for some freaking reason though.
Idiot, dude, idiot.
Okay, that's because I was playing with Sean and them, and we were playing into the night, every day during the beta. And then the game actually dropped, and then they didn't play it that much. They played it for 2 days and then stopped playing it. And then a week later, I got bored of it. So kind of a waste of $60. And then
dang, bro, we just talked about that last week.
Call of Duty, last one I played was the Modern Warfare that they made a few years ago, which never got my audio to work or whatever. So
that was so weird.
I know. I don't freaking know.
You don't play Candy Crush, dude?
No, dude, I'm not a freaking. I'm not a 50-year-old mother.
Yeah, I know. We're not. No offense, Joe, mom, the mom. But if you're watching this.
But yeah, so I just don't care.
Okay.
I care more about how it will affect Sony and other gaming platform things, but we'll probably get into that a little bit later. But yeah, what about you? Did you because I know you're an avid Call of Duty fanatic, connoisseur.
I'm not proud to admit that I am a Call of Duty. Yeah, I'd say I'm a Call of Duty. I think addict's a good word actually. Now that I think of it, no, I mean I was just surprised a lot because for me, like I am into like the business side of things, but to me, I just was surprised because I essentially thought Activision Blizzard was a competitor to Microsoft, which it is technically in some ways. But it's like I just never thought like Activision would get bought by someone, and I guess I forget that, like, and this is kind of like me just like forgetting in general, but like Microsoft isn't just a gaming company. Like, it was a tech company, and it still is, and it was a tech company first. So like they have way more money probably than Activision does. You know, even though Activision makes tons of money, it's like Microsoft makes so like much money, and so I just kind of forget that, and so I'm like, yeah, no way anyone ever buys Activision. It's almost like Activision usually is the one that buys companies. And so for me, that was one reason why it was surprising. In some ways, I'm not surprised because, like, I feel like this is like a cop out for like all the crap that went on this summer, like, you know, for, you know, Activision and Blizzard with all the, you know, harassment and all that stuff. But the other thing that surprises me is that the fact that Call of Duty is a part of that, and Call of Duty is technically, it's not a PlayStation exclusive, but they get like a year in advanced benefits. And they signed like a deal with Sony. So it's like, it's really weird. Like, I don't know how that affects Call of Duty at all. Cause like they get like this certain mode like a year before Xbox. Like they get like other extra custom classes on Call of Duty, you know, that before Xbox. And so for me, it's just very interesting because like, I don't really know how that's going to affect Sony and everything, because it's just odd. And then it's just interesting because I would never think that Blizzard would be owned by Microsoft, which is World of Warcraft, you know. And it's like now World of Warcraft may be on like the Xbox Game Pass, but, you know, we can talk about that later. But yeah, I was pretty surprised, honestly. I did not think that Activision would get bought by anyone, but yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that like they were owned by Tencent. You know, like the big like Chinese corporation that owns like everything.
They're like the Google in China, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
But they own
like,
League of
like
Legends.
Riot Games. Yeah, they own League of Legends, like Riot Games. They own like a ton of other things too. Just too many to list.
I saw a thing today that said that now with this purchase, Microsoft is behind. So number one, I guess, in revenue for gaming tech companies is Tencent. Then it's Sony, and then it's Microsoft.
Yeah, so now Microsoft finally like at the big boy table.
Yeah, I was kind of funny that they're still behind Sony, and I always still forget that like Sony is not just a gaming company either. They're a tech company. Like they do other stuff. They have TVs, you know, they have like all this other stuff. So I always forget that. Like I don't know why, but I was surprised. Were you about to say something? I thought you were about to say something. Maybe okay.
I feel like I was too. I was gonna say like. Yeah, like before, like Microsoft, like you know, like their gaming division, like Xbox or whatever, like it's done, like it did well in the past. Like 360 era, I think it definitely like beat out Sony. But like ever since like PS4 and like beyond, it's definitely like fallen off. Even if like the number of like, you know, consoles sold is like close or whatever, it's like the games I feel like just aren't quite there. Just because Sony has like such amazing like exclusive titles and stuff.
Yeah.
And then also like you were mentioning too, like they get bonuses in Call of Duty like a year early and stuff. So, So like now like Microsoft, like, I mean, they just spent 70 billion, which I guess like to Microsoft is like, you know, like, all right, let me just like pull out my one of like 10 wallets and just give you the credit card.
My Discover credit card.
Get
Bill Gates card.
Just put it on the card, you know.
On the company.
But yeah, so it's like now that they're finally like at that sort of like echelon of like, you know, now we're making like big moves and stuff. One of my friends, Mark, he was talking about in another Discord, and he was saying that, you know, Microsoft buys, you know, Blizzard Activision today, right, or whatever, and then like Sony will buy like Ubisoft or like EA or whatever, right? And then like Disney's just gonna buy everything.
Oh my gosh!
And then they're gonna make a new home console called the Playbox.
Oh my gosh!
It's a fusion of the PlayStation and Xbox.
I hate that so much.
Yeah,
I hate that so much.
Yeah, he was joking how Microsoft is turning into the Disney of video games.
They basically are. They bought like everything. They actually, they they've bought ZeniMax last year and Bethesda, which is interesting. But yeah, so I was gonna ask, what do you think like this means? Because this is more, I think, what you're more interested in. But like, what do you think it means more for like the games than for like Microsoft and like Activision Blizzard's games? Like, do you think like there'll be, well, because they already said like they're gonna try to put as many games as they can on Game Pass and like day one and all that stuff, which I was just kind of curious, like, what do you think's gonna happen to some of the games?
I feel like obviously Call of Duty is going on Game Pass.
Interesting.
Sony might still get like the bonuses, like a year in advance. That might only last for like 1 or 2 more Call of Duties, depending on like what their contract with like Activision says, or Microsoft just buys out the contract and says, all right, no more bonuses for you, we're getting them now. Or maybe they'll get their own bonuses for Game Pass or something. I think what most people are curious about is World of Warcraft, though, because it's a paid subscription. Like, oh, you could play to like level 60 or whatever it is, but then like you have to pay to like actually do like the good stuff, I guess. I don't know, I've never played.
It's you play to level 20 for free, and then you have to pay, and you can't play anymore until
only level 20.
Yeah, right? It sucks, honestly, because it's like fun to play. Like, it's honestly fun to play, but like you have to have that sub. So
yeah, so like people are like, oh, if I have Game Pass, does that mean I like get WoW for free? Like, do I still have to pay for WoW? Do I maybe like discounted WoW? Is WoW going to go free to play? Which, like, in that same Discord that my friend Mark is in, we were talking about that too. And they were saying, like, some people were saying it'd be like the stupidest move ever for them to do free to play for WoW, because like no one wants them to, I guess. Like, it's weird because it's like, like their model right now is like you pay for like a sub, like in like chunks. So it's like, 3 months or 6 months or whatever. I guess you could do it by month. I'm not sure.
You can, but you get like a better deal if you do 3-6 months, whatever.
Yes. So like their model is like you're more incentivized to be like, oh yeah, 3 months, whatever, sure, I'll probably still be playing then. And you play for like 1 month and then don't play for 2. Well, you just wasted 2 months worth of sub money, basically.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like their model. Blizzard's model is, make the most amount of money in a short amount of time with like the least amount of effort, which is also why people think their like last few like expansions and like DLCs and stuff for WoW have been like kind of poopy, because they're just sort of like recycling like like content, but like giving it like a fresh new coat of paint, like changing it a little bit so the teacher doesn't notice. So they were saying like stuff like that, but also that like it's just like having it go free to play would mean a ton less revenue for Blizzard. Like, sure, you'd get like a bunch of new players who want to try out WoW, but then like, the community is super toxic. So like a lot of those players probably wouldn't want to stick around. And then even the ones that do, like, if it's free to play, you don't have to pay a sub. And a lot of those people who are paying a sub currently would probably cancel it. So yeah, I'm curious to see if they go like more like an ESO type route with it, where it's like it's free to play, but we have a sub that gives you bonuses if you want, wink, wink.
WeSO Plus.
Yeah.
WowSO Plus.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. And then the rest of them, like Overwatch, like Diablo, like I don't give a crap. Like whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Here's the thing. I think. So I actually have like a very interesting opinion now. Like I kind of want to do some research on Game Pass. Like I want to do like a year-long research project on like Sean and Trevor and everyone that's like Game Pass subscribers. I think I'm a Game Pass subscriber, but I also get it for free through like Discord Nitro. But I actually like sometimes like I have like this this love-hate relationship I feel like now with Game Pass, because I'm not a super big fan of subscription services, like, because that's what everything's going to now. And especially with like tech and stuff, like, for like Adobe Premiere, now you can't, like, I used to have the old Adobe Premiere that you bought you only bought it once.
You just bought it.
Yeah. And like now it's like, okay, you have to pay a sub to have the product. You always are paying, and you get the updates and all that stuff, but it feels like, it's like if gaming is going to go that route, which it obviously is starting to go that route, because Sony has already said they're going to make an Xbox Game Pass service for them. Like they've already said that. Like
PlayStation Game Pass.
Yeah, PlayStation Game Pass. But like it's like it's like you never like it's getting to this point where it's like you're never gonna own games that you're always gonna have to be paying for your games. And I just wonder in the long run if Game Pass is actually like cheaper, you know, because like it's like how many games do you actually play from Game Pass in a year, maybe over and over again. So I have just like that's another topic we can get on. I definitely want to talk about at some point.
Yeah, we can definitely do that like next episode or something in like a future. But I will say like that also depends like on like you know how many games you play, how many like new games you play, how often you play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But also, let's say it's like, oh, new God of War 2 came out on Game Pass. Great, even though it's PS exclusive. Just pretend it's PlayStation, you know, the PS Pass.
PlayStation Game Pass, yeah.
So like, okay, God of War 2 came out on the Pass, right? And it's there for like 10 years. It's 10 years. No one's really buying it anymore. No one's really playing it anymore. They take it off Game Pass. Well, now it's like all of a sudden, hey, I feel like playing God of War 2 again. Well, you can't because it's not on Game Pass anymore. So like, that's another thing to consider too with Game Pass.
Yeah,
like, those games are there now, but they might not be. That's why, like, that's literally the reason I got the physical version of the PS5 because I like having the physical disc.
Yeah, same. That's why I got it too. I mean, I know you haven't opened it yet, but it's okay. That's another story for another podcast. But but I'm just saying. But we can talk about that on another one. But so for me, like, I am just curious to see. Like, I don't think Diablo will go to Game Pass because it's just too big of a game. Like, I just don't. I think that's stupid if they did that. I mean, it would be awesome if they didn't, but like, I am so excited for that game. No, Diablo 4 I'm talking about. Like, I don't think I don't think Diablo 4 will go to Game Pass. They might put the other ones, but Diablo 4, no way. Overwatch, I could see them doing. World of Warcraft, I could see them doing the sub, but that also is like. I was watching a video today and they were saying something I think about like if they made it like a little bit more expensive if you wanted the WoW sub, like so instead of paying like $15 a month, you would pay $20, and so it just you get Game Pass but $5 for the sub or something.
Right.
But I mean honestly, dude, I don't know if they still do it like because I feel like that's the only thing that's keeping WoW afloat. And so unless they give them some sort of deal that's like, oh, you're gonna make this amount, you know, whatever. And then Call of Duty, I still feel the same about Call of Duty, kind of like. I could see them putting a lot of the older ones on Game Pass for sure, like Modern Warfare, all that stuff. Like that would be dope. But I don't know if they'll do the new ones, especially. I don't know yet. I don't know what it like if Sony still has a contract or something.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the contract.
It really depends on that. But I just feel like it's such a big name. It's like I just don't think that they would put it on Game Pass because like on day one, like maybe later. But, like, I just don't know because it's like they already have free-to-play Warzone. So it's like you already have that. And so, I don't know. Candy Crush I don't give a crap about. Like, so I don't really care about that. But StarCraft's another one. I could see them putting that on Game Pass. But
true. I feel like Call of Duty would go on Game Pass. I feel like it fits.
Like on day one or, like, later?
Both, just because like their model has shifted over the years to like microtransactions.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
And like DLCs and stuff too, like, oh, buy this DLC for new maps or whatever and stuff. So like, you know, sure, they'll lose like the $60 that people would get, you know, people would spend to like get the game, but like you would get people still buying microtransactions, DLCs, and you would get all those new people getting Game Pass and paying for that every month. And then they forget to cancel their subscription after, you know, playing COD for the first month and then dropping it forever, basically, you know. So like they would definitely make their money back, I think. So but yeah, I think it just depends on how the whole Sony thing goes. And then also too with like Sony, like they're coming out with, you know, the PS Pass or PlayStation Pass, whatever it's going to be called,
PlayStation
right?
Game Pass.
It's like
we're just going to keep calling it that.
So then it's like I'm just going to call it the PS Pass because I feel like that's literally what they're going to call it. But then it's like, maybe they can like get a deal where COD goes on that or something, which I doubt because like it's owned by Microsoft, their competitor now. But, you know, and like, who knows?
So here's the only thing that like makes me think that they would not do it on day one is because they would piss off a lot of people mainly this is what I think they'd have to do. If they put it on Game Pass, they'd have to do the same thing for Call of Duty that if they did it with WoW. They'd have to make the season pass free, like completely free. You don't buy it, you don't do anything. Because here's the thing, like people play. This is the difference, and this is we can talk about this on next week's episode or something. But this is another thing with Game Pass is it also depends on the types of games you're playing. If you're playing like an MMO on Game Pass, you should. That's why people are saying like World of Warcraft should have the sub included, because you're playing it every month possibly, right? If you're playing a Call of Duty, you're most likely playing it for multiple months. And so if you're a person that plays Call of Duty, say 6 months of the year, you just paid like, what did you pay? You paid like almost $100 to play the game. Like, so they would have to like, that would be so, like people would be so upset by that, I think, because first of all, I think people like getting the physical copies for Call of Duty, just like because it's such a tradition. So like, I think it would be. I don't think.
And also, Call of Duty is like a 5 million gigabyte download.
Yeah, exactly. Now, so. It's like, all right, here's I was gonna brick your PC. It takes up one of your SSDs to do this.
You're gonna brick your PS4,
dude. Yeah, it already did.
I know.
Getting flashbacks. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. But with that,
see, I feel like they wouldn't, or they would charge for the season pass, because
it probably would, but I just think it'd be stupid.
Yeah, no, I think it's smart because, like I said with microtransactions and stuff, you're paying $5-10 a month for Game Pass, so
I thought it was 15.
You just saved whatever it is. There's like tiers, I think. Let's just say $10.
Okay.
So you're saving $50 to play Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 17, right?
Warfare 17,
and then because whatever. That's basically how many there are. And so like, what are you gonna do with that $50? Throw it in the season pass. It's only $10 more. Like I can get that. That's a cool looking gun skin. Oh, that's a cool pose I can show off at like the beginning when like it's showing the whole team and stuff.
That's a cool emblem that sucks.
Yeah, oh, that's a cool emblem. Oh, that's a cool thing. That's and sooner or later you spend that $60 on the game.
Yeah, I mean
within the game.
I mean that's true. It's true. I love getting the physical copies though. It's like I feel like they'd have to give people an option to still.
I legit feel like with Call of Duty, it's probably sold less physical copies than digital in the past 5 years.
Oh, probably has. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I think there's people that like still like getting.
I mean, yeah, but there's definitely still people. Like, I mean, we're people like that.
I'm a person.
As a whole, they're definitely moving away from that. I feel like all gaming companies are, but like, there's still a big enough demand for physical copies that they still make them and stuff. So
yeah,
I'm not looking forward to the day where like you go to like Walmart or Target or something and you go to the electronics section and you just see empty shelves in the video game section because there's no more like physical copies.
I know, dude. I'm gonna be so upset.
Sad.
I really don't want that to be the case. That's why I'm holding on to all my physical stuff. I wish I would have kept my PS1 and PS2, but
dude, I still got my PS2. Works like a charm.
I don't know what happened to my PS1. I guess my parents like threw it away.
Yeah,
freaking boomers. No, I'm just kidding. Do you think that like this is the future of like console gaming wars? Like, do you think companies are just going to be like, all right, I'm going to buy Ubisoft next week? Like you said, I'm going to buy
Game Pass Wars.
EA Sport. Yeah, I know. It's like, honestly, dude, it's like, I don't know. It's in a way, it feels like Microsoft like is like kind of monopolizing just like other companies are, but in gaming. It's just really interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what Sony does next and how they respond to this and stuff. So again, in that other Discord that we were talking about, this topic in, someone also mentioned that it would be really smart for Sony to cut a deal with Steam in order to port their games to PC. And then that way they can also sell games through like Steam service. And then they could also like turn the Steam Deck into like a mobile, like basically PSP. Like a new PlayStation Portable. Yeah, PSP, like PS, 3 essentially.
PS Steam.
PSP 3.
Dude, Sony, plot twist, Sony buys Steam tomorrow.
That'd be insane.
They buy
that'd actually be like
they could definitely buy Valve.
That'd be huge.
They could buy Valve.
Yeah, Valve's not worth as much as people think. I think, anyways.
If Activision Blizzard can get bought, Valve can get bought, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm honestly surprised Microsoft hasn't bought them yet. Or maybe they've tried and Valve was like, no. Yeah, so like that would be a really good move for Sony. It's partnering or like just straight up buying Steam. Because in that way, they're in the PC market with Microsoft. Because one of the biggest draws of Microsoft and like Game Pass and Xbox is you can play with people on PC as long as they have Windows, you know? So it's like, oh, hey, you know, I'm on Minecraft on PC. Oh, Adam's on Xbox and Minecraft. Oh, we can still play together. Because it's all the same company, essentially. It's all the same like servers and stuff. So like they need to do something like that. Like sure, they could, you know, go buy like Ubisoft or like EA or like Square Enix or whatever. But I'm honestly a little surprised they haven't bought Square Enix yet. But I guess
it is really weird
because like Square Enix still does make some titles that like are all platforms. And Square Enix is both like a developer and a publisher. So maybe that's why. I'm not sure. But yeah. If they like just like you said, just tomorrow, they're like, hey, we bought Steam. Like that'd be like, as my friend said, a literal gamer move.
That'd be, yeah. What if they bought Microsoft? I'm just kidding. What if Sony just buys Microsoft? Like, all right, we're gonna buy Microsoft.
I think if Microsoft really wanted to, they probably could buy Sony. They'd be broke afterwards, but they probably could if they wanted to.
I mean,
but Sony obviously would not let that happen.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting, yeah, if they definitely made a deal with Steam.
But yeah, it all depends on Sony's next move and also like their Game Pass, like because all we know is they're making one or they're trying to. Because from what I remember, it's like they're sort of taking like PS Now, which is like they're like streaming old retro games or whatever, and like PS Plus, and just sort of like combining them into one thing.
Yeah,
that's going to be like the Game Pass type thing. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting too because like obviously Sony doesn't have a computer platform, so like that's kind of why like they probably would want to partner with someone like Steam because I mean the thing is though is I never would want to buy an Xbox ever. There's literally no point to buy an Xbox anymore because they're basically
you're right though.
They're basically a PC, so it's like Sony's just honestly PC. Competing with just the PC. Like
it's a PC that's also a DVD player, like whoop-de-doo.
Right, and that's the thing is
like we have Netflix.
That's the interesting thing with Sony is their game library on their PlayStation Plus Game Pass, PSP, whatever we want to call it. Yeah. Their games are only going to be games that are usually Sony exclusives or like older games. But that's the thing is a lot of people love those older games. So like that's kind of the interesting part. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of curious, like what Sony's gonna do then. Did you say that you had something to talk about with Sony though before? Like you had like a statement or something?
That was basically it. We arrived.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was just curious.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah, because for me, I in a way feel like Sony. In a way, I feel like Sony. Like this was kind of a blow. In some ways, like they're still above Microsoft in revenue. But I think the Call of Duty aspect is like really what's really shocking and like a big blow to me because I just don't know what that means. Like first of all, I know that Microsoft already said that like they're keeping a lot of the games they're not going to make it just Xbox or PC. They're going to keep it all platforms because Microsoft's actually, I think of what I've heard, they're more lenient on like they want people to play on all platforms. They're cool with it for the most part. But I just wonder if like Sony, like if that's going to affect the Call of Duty franchise a lot because I don't know. I get why Sony wants to keep some of their games exclusive because that's kind of their thing. Like they have games that like that's more of a selling point because they don't have a PC platform. So it's like if you want to play God of War, obviously they ported it to PC, but that was like 2 years or 3 years afterwards.
Yeah.
Like if you want to play God of War Ragnarok, you have to buy a PlayStation. And honestly, that sells more PlayStations than Xbox being like, okay, buy Starfield. Okay, no, I'll just get it on PC. Or it might just be on Game Pass. Like, it's like, so I don't know. I'm just really interested to see if they're going to do anything because maybe they are. I don't know. Do you think they would do anything soon, or do you think they just,
Who's Sony?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they have like their like Sony like PlayStation Expo every year or whatever. That's why they're never at E3 anymore. They just do their own thing.
That's a good
It's
point.
like a Sony E3 essentially. So if there is something, they'll probably just announce it there. Which is still like 5-6 months away, something like that. I think they do it in the summer or like the early fall maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think Microsoft will really mess too much with like Call of Duty or whatever, just because like, yeah, sure, like, Sony, if it's still gonna be on PlayStation, so like Sony gets money, but like so does Microsoft because they own Activision now. So whatever Activision makes, Microsoft makes.
Yeah.
So like they'd be losing money by not letting PlayStation users like buy the game and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, what you said before, like they're the ones who were like trying to push like cross-platform, and Sony was, like years ago they were like, no, we want to be our own platform, no cross-platform. But now like Sony has definitely like opened up a lot more to the idea and stuff, because like even like there's a lot of games now that come out that are like cross-platform like day one, just
Call
off
of
the top of
Duty.
my head. Yeah, Call of Duty, like also off the top of my head, the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, that's all platforms, including like your phone and like your tablet and like your refrigerator and stuff. So
Hey, dude, refrigerator, nice.
Konami is the new Todd Howard.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I still can't get over that. Gosh. Yeah, that is. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah, he made Pot of Greed his new Horcrux.
Dude, that's actually my last question.
Sorry, not Pot of Greed, it's Monster Reborn.
That was actually my last question of the podcast is, will Microsoft take over the world? And I answered this question as, it depends if we can destroy Todd Howard's Horcruxes. Because now he's going to have another opportunity to release Skyrim again. He's going to be like, all right, guys, this is the anniversary of the Activision Blizzard purchase, and now we're going to do a crossover with World of Warcraft and Diablo. So we're going to get Tyrael in Skyrim, and he's going to re-release it. It's going to be the Master Chief Edition.
You can make a Naga character in Skyrim.
Oh my gosh. Dude, it's, gosh, I don't know.
You can buy Illidan's clothing in Whiterun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's freaking Todd Howard. No, this is actually all just a big brain, like 5,000 IQ plan by Todd Howard to take over Microsoft from the inside.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
that's why he let Bethesda get bought. Because
exactly.
He's like, all right, we're gonna work. He's doing, like Trojan horse, basically, like, oh yeah, like sure, you can have this lovely company, this horse that we've made, and then pop out, surprise, coup d'etat, it's mine now. And then yeah,
he's essentially going to call the company Skycroft instead of Microsoft.
He's gonna take over Microsoft, and then he's gonna buy out Sony. So that's another re-release of Skyrim, and then after a few years of both of those monoliths, those colossi of gaming companies pooling all of their profits together, he's going to buy Disney.
No, he's going to buy Tencent, and it's going to be a League of Legends skin character in there called the Nordic Skyrim character.
So what's funny, there actually is like a Viking. His name's Olaf, and he does kind of look like a Nord. But also there is a character called, I think her title is the Dragonborn. She's like half dragon, basically. But yeah, it's interesting.
No, that's interesting. Well,
anyways,
yeah, well, let us know what you guys think about this, because this is pretty big news. It was kind of all over the world. This episode will be coming out about a week after the news broke. But yeah, let us know what you all think. What do you think? Do you think this is going to affect things more than we are predicting, or do you think it's not going to really matter? Do you not care?
Are you excited for the Pass by Sony?
Yeah, are you excited about the PlayStation Game Pass PSP Plus? I'm really interested about that. But next week we probably will talk about Xbox Game Pass or Microsoft Game Pass, whatever it's called, because I do have a lot of interesting things about that. Because I just feel like sometimes it doesn't feel as worth.
Act a Lizard soft Game Pass.
Oh my gosh. World of Over, Diablo, Call of Duty, Watch Crush.
I hate that.
That was an insane game. But yeah, let us know. Let us know what you guys think. Leave a like on the video. Check out all of our social media and streaming links below. We got a second YouTube channel, Twitch channels, Twitters, all that stuff. You can find this on Spotify and iTunes as well if people don't want to look at our faces, but I feel like everyone does. Joe, do you have anything else to say for the fans?
I don't really think so. I'm just excited to see what Sony fires back with, whether that's like tomorrow or like next week or next month or like 7 months from now at like PS Expo. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I am interested to see that as well. Well, we'll keep you guys posted, obviously, but yeah, we appreciate all y'all watching, and you guys and gals have a great night, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're at. Peace, everyone.